Hey, what's up? I wanted to share another very cool demo that I just got done playing. This is for if you like anything like Hades. I was very interested in Hades. I had bought it early access on Epic Games. I was hoping for more of a Diablo-like game. I wasn't expecting it, but I was hoping for you know this was early on before that game even entered early access. I was looking into it and stuff. It looked cool, and I like Hades. I don't dislike it because it's not like Diablo. It's just I would rather play a Diablo-like game than a roguelike game. But anyways, really love the visual style of this. I've been following them. They just put out another demo. I think they had a demo in a previous like demo fest thing on Steam. And I didn't play it at the time. I don't think, or maybe I did, and I was just instantly bored by how easy it was in the very first level. I think I just wasn't in the mood. I don't remember playing it, but I might have. The reason I don't remember is because I'm like, did I really hate it that much? But yeah, no, this time I jumped in. I wanted to give it a real chance, really check it out. And it does feel a little too easy right away, but that's normal with most games. Most games now, like especially now, it didn't used to be this way. Games used to start just normal. Now everything is easy for the first like hour, depending on the game, right? The first 10 minutes to the first hour are way too easy. And they're most nothing compared to the difficulty and game balance after that, right? The tutorial is just like tutorials are so bad in all these games anyways. This game is really cool. um the of course the visual style is what got me into it, but man, the title screen had beautiful music. As soon as I threw up the demo, that I'm at the title screen loading, the little opening credits and stuff, the music is really nice. Not a fan of the story so far. There was a general. Oh, I first played the little girl. Didn't want to, but they're kind of the different classes. There's three characters to play as in the demo, and I don't know how many more they plan to add for the full game, but if any. But the little girl is the fast one, and kind of reminded me of like Michelangelo Ninja Turtles. They all have the different play styles and stuff with the different weapons. And for a while, I've preferred dual wielding fast attacks. It's just more fun to me than the slower paced stuff. I do enjoy the slower paced stuff too, but I'm usually more in the mood for faster paced stuff. Um, so, anyways, I remember what. Oh, the story. There's an overall big picture story, right? Which seems cool. I like it, but there's so much filler dialogue, and I'm just sick to death of it in all RPGs, man. All of them, they don't shut up and they have nothing to say that's interesting at all, man. Oh my gosh, like it. I will miss story parts because I skip through dialogues now, man. I just skip through them because even when I skim them, like half read like the full sentences, depending on how long it is. Like if it's a paragraph, I don't usually I get through like half of it, but because I'll skip real fast. I'm like, whatever, dude. This is, and I'm glimpsing at this as the text as we go, as I'm just skipping as fast as I can, and I'm like, dude, this is just so dumb. Because they're not saying anything that matters, man, and I'm just sick of it. But what I thought was really cool in this game is that each of the characters, no, I wasn't planning on this. Each of the characters have their own story, campaign wise, and I wasn't expecting that because this kind of game, you usually you can switch classes, right? You can pick different characters, but you're just playing through the same game, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? But these characters actually have complete different campaign stories, go through the same levels, right? Same boss fights and stuff like that, but their stories related to these same bosses and same environments are different. I always like stuff like that. Like that is cool. I don't mind when the stories don't change, but it's cool when the characters have their own stories. So that was neat. Man, yeah. um, I I wasn't planning to play a second playthrough of the demo. And I wasn't even expecting to complete the demo. I completed the demo what they have. You can keep playing it. I think I didn't really even keep playing it after you beat the demo. You probably just replay the same levels, which is fine. But what I did, instead of like continuing the same character after I beat the demo, I was going to quit the game, and I was like, you know what? No, I want to play more, and I almost started seeing where I could go after I beat it with the first character I played as. And then I was like, well, wait, actually, I just remembered there's two other characters I could try. So I decided to try a different character. Now, I don't know, based on the demo, if throughout the full campaign, if you'll be able to play as these different classes, like switch between them at some point in the game, right? I don't know if that's going to happen. What it seemed like to me in the demo was that just for the demo, like I had to create a different save state to load a different character and have their own story. Kind of made me think of like oh, I remembered it before I started this video. Soul. Anyways, I can't, Saga something Saga. Anyways, no, it's cool. So I tried the different character, played through the demo with that one. Almost played through the demo with the other character, but I was like, oh, I might come back to this, you know. It's cool though. The Tiger character was the one I played after. I played him second, and he was surprisingly badass. It's a hybrid like melee and range character, and I think he's the only one that's like that. I think he's the only one with a ranged attack. I didn't play the first character yet, but I'm based on their class descriptions or character descriptions, I'm pretty sure he's the only one that does it. But I was really surprised because his melee attack is like a really heavy, kind of slower, heavy like fist attack though, and it's powerful. Like it does so. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And the range attack is cool, but not as powerful as the melee attacks. I just thought that was funny because usually when you play as a ranged character that has the range option, the melee is the least powerful and the range is the more powerful. And I'm not the ranged attacks weren't weak on this. I was just surprised how powerful the melee was. I was like, damn. Anyways, it's got roguelike upgrades. You know, you get to choose between a few different options that pop up randomly in between level completions. And then you also have the permanent unlocks from like a certain shop or whatever in the town between levels. I don't think you have it like right away in the first level, but after you just play a couple levels and you unlock stuff. But yeah, you also get the permanent upgrades that, you know, are persistent through deaths or whatever, as through replays, as you have to play through if you die at a boss or whatever. And that's also separate per different character. They have their own upgrade system. Let me see. I did that at the first boss, not the first mini boss, because when I first fought a mini boss, I thought that was a boss. And then the real boss, though, after that, I was like, oh no, that's a real boss, right? You could tell the difference between mini bosses and bosses, right? But as a first time playthrough, like, I wasn't sure how big the game was gonna get. So the main bosses are actually really nice so far, from what I like. It's like the little the octopus boss, that was cool, man. Yeah, cool fights too, cool combat system. It's kind of simple, like it's simple mechanics to understand. And even with the slower attacks, with the one character I tried with the slower melee, it's still a fast-paced game overall. When I first was playing, I was trying to be a little bit more tactical in my approach because I was expecting it to be like Souls difficult. A lot of the roguelikes, it just depends. I never know. I play a lot of these. Some of them are too easy. Some of them are ridiculously hard and derpy. So I wasn't sure. So I was playing a little bit slower, and I was kind of bored right away. But as soon as I started like just spamming click attack and the dash button, I was all over the screen destroying everything, and I was like, oh my gosh. That was cool. Yeah, so it's interesting. The dash attack is weird because it seems to home in on enemies. If you're in between like 3 or more enemies, if you press dash, it'll like automatically trigger, like take your character through the different attacks. Like it's weird. I'm just thinking like a regular dash, right? But it seems like it does like an auto attack, like homing thing on nearby enemies, which I love. I think that's super cool. It makes me think of like anime style ninjas or whatever, like the quick slashes across the screen. It just makes me think of that. Like it's really cool. Ninja stuff, like anyways, let me see. I had written down a few notes. I'm gonna check real quick if I'm forgetting something, because I realize I'm rambling too much, but I really did like the demo. Oh yeah, my final note on this was, it's a for sure buy for me. Like I do want this. I don't know when I'll get it. I'm not even sure what the price is going to be at launch. I'm assuming $15. Most of these kinds of games go for about that price, but I don't know for sure. And it depends. Some of them go for cheap. Some of them go for $5. So that I was surprised. Yeah, whatever. So it depends. I don't know yet. So it's for sure my buy, but it's not a for sure. Like it's not a must buy, right? I'm not like, oh, I have to. But I want this game. It's cool. I love the demo. I plan to play the full version because it's pretty neat. All right. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't even say the name of this game. That's so funny. Well, I'm gonna link it in the description. I think that was the first thing I meant to say when What is the name of this? Yasha Legends of the Demon Blade. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Yasha, Yasha, you know, whatever. Anyways, super cool demo. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.